Welcome to a new chapter of the comment section. Now, some of you are probably asking, who is this chick? Where is Brett? What is going on? And those are all very valid questions.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Always a lot of steaming hot tea inside of the media ecosystem for independent creators. Here on the right, the reason why it is so newsworthy is because this is the ecosystem that was able to lift Donald Trump up and over the corporate media to destroy what had been built over the course of generations and poured billions of dollars into the MSNBCs and CNNs, and they're in complete collapse now. And the left realizes they have no authentic media system where real people subscribe and actually tune in for content. They don't even know how to build one. And the right was able to unite with Donald Trump, whether it's Tucker Carlson's podcast, obviously, Joe Rogan, these are the big ones. But Donald Trump also did like Barstool Sports. Donald Trump went on Theo Von, you know? It was like Milk Boys. And Andrew Schultz did like comedians podcast. It was like a freaking awesome. It was an incredible role for Donald Trump. It was genius by his team. And also great that we have an ecosystem that said yes to that. Because Donald Trump just freaking wins, right? People want him on the show. It'll be your top rated show. Somebody whose show Donald Trump also went on is Tim Pool. Tim Pool and Donald Trump did an interview at the Libertarian Convention in D.C. At the beginning of the summer. It's great. Made a lot of news. I've been on Tim Pool's show quite a few times, and Tim Pool and I actually were just hanging out in Tampa this past weekend. UFC. It's great. We sat together. It was cool, and we had a fun time. And we sat actually ringside. It was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. It was like mind-blowing. Dana White like pulled us up ringside. It was freaking cool. Anyway, a lot of people have been texting me about some rumors about Tim Pool, and I thought I'd tell you what I know. I know Tim's addressed it himself on social media in his own way, but I'll tell you what I've learned and what I think about it all. Who would win? Who would win in this fight? Who would win in this cage match? I'm a little bit taller than Tim. I don't know. I'm not sure. Never. I'm not one for the octagon. I'm not sure I'd last long in the octagon. Certainly with a professional fighter. And if Tim Pool brought a skateboard, man, crash and crack, destroyed. What's the point here? The point is that Tim Pool is in the rumor mill. Is Tim Pool going to the Daily Wire? Now this is quite newsworthy because the Daily Wire lost a very big host and talent, somebody named Brett Cooper. If you're not familiar with her work, she runs a show called The Comment Section that had 4 million subs on YouTube. It's a big show. It's a really big show. It's a loyal fan base, right? And apparently, because of contract negotiations and the contract negotiation going south and disagreements internally with executives at the Daily Wire, Brett Cooper was out of here. We did actually an entire read about that, and feel free to check it out, where we sort of covered the drama there. The channel has lost quite a few subs. And so maybe the Daily Wire is looking to backfill, right, with a absolutely a known YouTube entity that is quality, and that would be Tim Pool. You know, Tim Pool's show does regularly is like the top streaming show for news and politics on YouTube, and is one of the top streaming shows in the whole country. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the play here. Tim Pool is selling his entire Timcast operation to the Daily Wire, effective January 1, says Media Right News. Sources confirm the Media Right News. One source told Media Right News that the Daily Wire employees have been questioning Timcast employees to determine whether they will be terminated. Second said it is unclear whether employees retain their positions. Sources spoke in the condition of anonymity. It is also understood that Tim Pool will be moving to Nashville. Employees retained will need to relocate after many were required to move to West Virginia to begin employment. Pool recently commented on the Daily Wire split with Brett Cooper, talking about it being a contract deal. Seems like contract stuff to me. Ladies and gentlemen, this rumor mill was sort of like picked up and spun up. Ladies and gentlemen, with multiple other accounts on X picking it up and saying this is what's going to happen. It is big news, obviously, because Tim Pool is a big-time podcaster and YouTube streamer. Again, one of the top in the world. Tim Pool, in response to this, posted a Israeli flag. Okay. So the quartering in the comments saying, why don't you come over to the quartering? Just in case you might be looking for a new community. So yeah, the quartering now trying to poach Tim Pool. Everyone's trying to poach Tim Pool. I think the fastest path to making money on X is to support Israel. Double entendre intended. Okay, so I reached out to Tim about this. And let me tell you the truth, is that the rumors are just rumors right now. Tim Pool did do a show with the Daily Wire, like election. They were very public that they were like doing a co-branded election stuff. And maybe there is something going on behind the scenes there. But it is completely false to say that Tim is selling his entire show to the Daily Wire. It's completely false to say that they're like closing up shop, or they're going to shut the whole show down, or he's going to quit. That's not true. It might be wishful thinking for some people. Want to see Tim off the air. And like, the best I can do is tell you that there's indications that prove that a deal might be in the works. Like, obviously they're doing shows together, right? He went to Nashville and did a broadcast for like a week. You know, so if you're paying attention, maybe there's like trial balloons being sent up, but nothing's been signed, and nothing's been, as far as I know, nothing's been finalized. As I know Tim, and I've worked with Tim for a while, and also we were one of the very few like other independent channels in the space. I don't see Tim selling his giving over or handing over his program, really, frankly, to like a Fox News or Blaze or to any large publication. I don't ever see that happening, right? So I see this as fake news. Selling his entire Timcast operation. I see that as fake news. Will Tim do a partnership based on the fact that, Tim was very public about management issues that he was having with his program over the past couple of weeks? This was like in the lead up after the, about a month ago. Tim voiced frustrations with the management of his program. Would he be looking for people to help manage the production? Then yes, I could totally see that happening. Is Tim going to sell his show outright? I don't see it. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not at the table. Nobody's calling me and asking me. But that's what I know, okay? So I know that at least part of that is fake news. Is Tim in active negotiations? I think he's probably always in active negotiations. He's a businessman. He runs a very successful business and has a very big show. So you have to assume that Tim's always in negotiations. And there's one other thing that was cool this past weekend is Allison joined us. Tim's expecting Tim and Allison are expecting a baby, which is freaking awesome. And they're going to have a baby next year. And fatherhood changes you, and it changes your priorities. So that's something else that's like on play here in the landscape. That's actually most of what we talked about at UFC is what it's like, what it's like to be a father and the responsibilities of having a show, having a nightly show, having a daily show, doing this career, which is all encompassing and takes a lot right out of you. Or just takes a lot of time, right? Tim's live for like 20 hours a day, and pairing those responsibilities with fatherhood. That's like a lot. I'm expecting my fourth baby, actually, in just a month. So it's a lot about what we talked about. It's a privilege to do this life, and it's a privilege to have audiences and to have people that care. And I freaking cannot express how much I love this audience, and how much we've been able to grow, right, in the past year. And I can tell you this, from my perspective, there's nothing better than being an actual independent creator and building things yourself and in your own way. It's freaking liberating. It's a lot of hard work. It's liberating, but I do understand. I do understand it when Tim's like, shit's hard, man. Like when all of it falls to you, then you got to muscle up and be able to build, right? And being a father changes that. Being a father changes that calculus a little bit. So that's the truth. That's what I know right now, directly from the sources. Okay, and I guess we'll see how it plays out. As for me, I just want a media ecosystem that wins. And that's what I want to keep going. And that's what I want to reinforce here, because the left's going to come for us because they see how powerful it all is, right? So they're going to come for us. So it's going to time to lock it down, build, okay? And never look back and never apologize. So that's what we're here for. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more breaking news and insights into this ecosystem, the most powerful and fastest growing ecosystem and streaming show, news show in the country. in the world, maybe. I don't know. We haven't checked. But we freaking love you.